What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the debacle of playing PS4 games on the PS5. Now, I guess to be very transparent and to make sure you guys are coming to this for like the right reasons, I'm not going to. I will explain how to actually do it the right way, but this is not like an explanation video. This is not like I'm going to walk you through the PlayStation 5's UI, right, of how to do this. But this is a very interesting thing. This is something I noticed day one. Mr. PlayStation fanboy over here. You know, everybody calls me a PlayStation fanboy. I was on it. I was loving it Thursday night, and I was thinking, you know what? How in God's name does this work? Because there's actually a lot with the UI that's actually different. I love the UI. I think it's amazing. I think it's streamlined. I think it's very fast load. I mean, there's so many amazing things with the PS5. How they structure the PS4 to PS5 games is not one of them. It's terrible. It's very confusing. And again, Mr. Sony fanboy over here, I don't even know how to do it, okay? So I do want to talk about that because over the weekend and now into Monday when I'm recording this video, I've seen more and more of it. People are very confused, and people are actually writing articles on it. So, you know, when articles are written, that's like when I feel like, oh, it's something I could talk about. But then when I see an article written, it's like, oh, it's time to make a video. So here's the deal. PlayStation 5, and this is what the article says as well, too. The PS5, I guess, immediately goes to the PS4 version of a game. If you have both the PS4 and PS5 versions of the game on your PS5, it'll default to the PS4. So if you're not careful, you will be playing the PS4 versions of all these games instead of the PS5. Now, why in God's name does that happen? I have no clue. But let me tell you again, day one, I had no idea what I was doing. To get the free upgrade at PS5 is nowhere near. Now, this is not a console war thing, right? And I have a PS5. I don't have a Series X. Take that for what you want, even though don't take it for anything because I'm getting a Series S very early next year. But from what I've seen of Xbox, they do a really nice filtering thing on their menus of seeing games that have like the free upgrade. You can actually filter it to that and be able to recognize or locate what are those games. PlayStation's got nothing like that, and they really do need to have something like that. To get Watch Dogs, I'll start with Watch Dogs. So I have Watch Dogs. I have Assassin's Creed. I have Miles, the PS5, and I have Demon's Souls. And I also have Bugsnax and Astro. I mean, there's other, but those are the four I want to talk about. Watch Dogs, okay? Watch Dogs, when you went into the store, I literally found it where it said free upgrade, and I downloaded it. Assassin's Creed did not have that. When I looked at the store, there was no Assassin's Creed box that had free upgrade written on it. You had to look for the very small words that said PS4 or PS5. And funny enough, I think with both of these, Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs, I ended up downloading both. I didn't download. I queued them, and then I deleted them shortly after. But I queued the download for the PS4 and PS5 versions of both of these games. And when I looked at them, I deleted the one that was the wrong one. And it's weird because when here's what's the most confusing thing to me, okay? When you're downloading them, it does not tell you which version it is. And that is messed up. That's stupid. I mean, whatever word you want to use, right? To me, Thursday night when I was downloading these, I was downloading Miles, and I didn't know if I was downloading the PS5 or PS4 versions. I truly did not know which one I was doing. And the reason is, again, when you're downloading them, when you go to the download screen, it doesn't tell you. The way I figured it out, the easiest way I figured it out was this. I went to storage and looked at literally the storage device, okay? And when you do that, it breaks down each game, right? It shows you how many gigabytes each one is, but it says if they're PS4 or PS5. So that to me was the best way of doing it. And then after that, I deleted all of the PS4 things that because again, I think Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed, definitely Assassin's Creed, I was downloading both of them, not just the one. So I deleted it. So now I just have PS5. So now when I go to Assassin's Creed or I go to Watch Dogs, I'm only playing the PS5 version. The PlayStation doesn't even recognize that I have the PS4 version because I've deleted them. That's the issue, though. And honestly, that's just my way. That sounds very... I mean, I don't even know if that made sense to you guys. It's very backwards. It's not... I would say even the way that they recommended doing it. I know, they've talked about, obviously, don't put... And I do agree with this. Do not put PS4 games on your PS5. Put them on a external hard drive and then attach it to the PS5 so you're playing it from there. But see, again, that is where things kind of get messed up because then you may have games that get the free upgrade to PS5 and then that gets confusing. But don't take up storage space. So that's what basically, the PS5 almost forced me to do the opposite of what Sony wanted me to do. I almost downloaded the PS4 versions of both Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs while also having the PS5, which you don't want to do. It makes no sense to do that. You know what I mean? But again, yeah, I noticed that as well, that when you go into these games, if you have both of them installed, okay, if you have both of them installed, it will default you to the PS4 version. And there's very little, I was going to say very little time. I mean, if you just hold it on a screen, you'll see it. But it's very small. It's not the biggest thing in the world, where if you click the game, if you're going really quickly, if I boot this thing up and it boots up in like 5 seconds or whatever, and I click Miles and I go in, if I'm not paying attention or somebody else does it for me, I say, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Can you click on Miles for me? It's a 50-50 shot. If you're actually, it's more than a 50. It's like a 90-10 shot. You're going to get the PS4 version of it if you have that installed. And I don't really, the easiest and biggest change to make there is just default it to the PS5. Don't have it default to PS4. If you have both versions on your PS5, why in God's name would you want to play the PS4 version? You know, it's not a question of you don't have one of them or you don't have one of the systems. You have the system. You have both versions. Why would you be playing the PS4 version on your PS5? Unless you're doing like a comparison, unless you're like a YouTuber and you want to do the comparisons thing, or you're like, I really want to see how the ray tracing effect works on Miles compared to a not on the PS4. Unless you're doing that to yourself, which I don't think many people are, right? Then there's no need to do it. There's zero need to do it. And it's just confusing. It's more confusing. So it's funny in a negative way. Again, this is not like a criticism of, like I said, resident Sony fanboy over here. Everybody, I can attack them and they'll say I hate Sony, and then I'll praise them and they say I'm a Sony fanboy. That's just, by the way, that's sarcasm, right? That's just what kind of people say about me. But it is funny in a negative way where it's like, I did notice that. In fact, I didn't actually do it. I almost played the PS4 version of Miles, and then I switched to the PS5. To change it is pretty weird. You have to hit like the options button on the square that you're at. So if you're on like Miles and you hit the options, it'll then pop up PS4 or PS5. But again, it's defaulted to PS4. Now, I deleted them. So again, I think if you are looking for an explanation video and for some reason you've made it this far in my rant about it, all I did and what I think worked is just delete the PS4 versions, and then you're good. You're good. Again, to find them, you have to kind of realize which order you downloaded them in your download queue, or again, you can go to your storage. You can actually look at your memory, and you can see which game. And actually, maybe that's, if you're really confused, download both versions, go to your storage once they're done or once they're downloading, and delete the ones that say PS4 and only keep the PS5 ones, and then bam, you only are playing PS5 games. That's how I did it. That's probably how I'll do it for the first Now, I don't really know if that'll ever come up again, because like Cyberpunk, I'm going to play on PS5. I'm going to buy hopefully the disc and then just put it in and then play it. I'm not even going to put it in my PS4. I'm just going to start it on my PS5. Really, what other games are, like, I'm going to get a Nintendo Switch game, so that doesn't matter. Twin Mirror is a Don't Nod game that comes out only on last gen or current gen, whichever one you want to call it, PS4 and Xbox One. So maybe I'll just play it on PS4. I won't even try it on the PS5. So really, once it gets into the new year, I don't think it'll be that much of a problem. It's really a problem now that there's a lot of cross stuff that people aren't exactly sure, because all these games are coming out for all these systems. That's why it's a little bit confusing, but that's the way I did it. Hopefully that helps somebody, or again, if you didn't even come here for that, then hopefully my rant amused you a little bit. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.